My pool was my sanctuary, until Karen turned it into a concrete grave. I still hear the wet slosh of cement as she smirked, triumphant, like she'd won a war I didn't know we were fighting. It started with a petty neighborhood spat-me dog barked too loud, her roses got trampled, and somehow, that justified her hiring a cement truck to obliterate my backyard oasis. I came home to a nightmare. My sparkling blue pool, where my kids learned to swim, now a gray, sludge-filled ruin. The surface cracked like broken dreams. Karen stood there, arms crossed, her bleach-blonde bob glinting in the sun, daring me to react. I did. I lost it. The air was thick with summer heat and my rage. I grabbed a shovel from the shed, my hands trembling, not knowing whether to dig or swing. "You psycho!" I screamed, my voice cracking. "This is my home." Karen didn't flinch. Her eyes were cold, venomous. "You should have kept your mud in check, Mark," she spat, her voice dripping with smug satisfaction. "Maybe now you'll learn respect." Respect? She'd just buried my family's joy under 5 tons of cement, and she was preaching respect? My neighbor, Tom, stood frozen on his porch, phone out, filming like this was some reality TV showdown. I could feel the eyes of the whole cul-de-sac on us, judging, whispering. The destruction was catastrophic. The pool's filtration system was choked with hardening cement, pipes burst, and the deck tiles were shattered from the truck's weight. My backyard, once a place of laughter and late-night swims, looked like a war zone. Worse, the cement was seeping into the lawn, poisoning the soil. My wife, Lisa, was in tears when she saw it, her hands covering her mouth as she whispered, "How could she do this?" Our kids, Jake and Mia, stood behind her, confused, asking why their pool was broken. I didn't have an answer. All I had was fury and a shovel I was barely keeping under control. Karen's smugness fueled me. She thought she'd won, that her money and audacity made her untouchable. I dropped the shovel and called the cops. They arrived, surveyed the mess, and told me what I didn't expect. This wasn't just vandalism. Pouring cement into someone's pool was a felony criminal property damage. Karen's face paled as the officer explained she could face jail time. For the first time, her confidence cracked. "I didn't know," she stammered, her voice shrill. "I was just teaching him a lesson." The cop wasn't buying it. Neither was I. That's when I fought back. Not with fists or shovels, but with strategy. I hired a lawyer, documented every crack, every ruined pipe, every cent of damage. The estimate came in, $45,000 to fix the pool, plus the lawn and emotional distress. I sued Karen for every penny. The neighborhood buzz. Tom's video went viral on the local X page, and suddenly Karen was the pariah. Her perfect image PDA president, queen of the HOA, crumbled. People stopped inviting her to barbecues. Her husband, Greg, avoided eye contact when he mowed their lawn. I didn't just want money. I wanted her to feel the weight of what she'd done. The courtroom was my battleground. Karen showed up in a prim suit, playing the victim, claiming she didn't know it was illegal. My lawyer tore her apart, presenting photos of the cement-filled pool, the kids' tear-streaked faces, and Tom's video, where her smug laughter echoed. The judge wasn't amused. He awarded me $50,000 more than I'd asked for and sentenced Karen to 6 months in jail, plus community service. As they led her away, her eyes met mine, not defiant anymore, just empty. I should have felt victorious, but all I felt was hollow. Back home, the pool stayed ruined. The lawsuit money sat in my account, untouched, because no amount could replace what we'd lost. Lisa and I argued more about money, about moving, about how to explain this to the kids. Jake stopped asking to swim, and Mia drew pictures of our old pool, blue and alive. The neighborhood felt different, too. Tom's video had made us infamous, but not in a good way. People pitted us, and I hated it. Karen's house went up for sale a month later. Greg couldn't handle the shame. I watched the for sale sign go up, and instead of satisfaction, I felt a pang of something like guilt. Had I pushed too hard? Was my revenge worth this fracture in our community? One evening, I sat by the cement-filled pool, staring at the cracks. Lisa joined me, her hand on my shoulder. "We'll rebuild," she said softly. "Not the pool, but us." I nodded, but the weight didn't lift. Karen's punishment was just, but it didn't erase the damage. She'd lost her freedom, her reputation, her home. I'd won the lawsuit, but my family was still broken, Our sanctuary still a slab of gray regret. Sometimes, justice doesn't heal it, just leaves everyone scarred.